Imagine this moment right here, right now. You're standing on the edge of your future. You see the life you want, the success you dream of, the impact you wish to create. Yet, there's one thing standing between you and that vision: courage. Not just any courage, but the kind of courage that drives action, that propels you forward, even when fear knocks at your door. Today, we're going to talk about something that has the power to transform your life: the courage to make it happen. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. So let's get clear on what that means and how you can start acting as if you already have the courage to create the life you've been waiting for. We've all experienced it. That voice in your head that tries to stop you, that whispers, it's too risky, you're not ready, you're not capable, you're not good enough. It's a voice that holds you back from taking the next step, from reaching for something greater. It feeds your insecurities and amplifies your doubts. But here's the reality: the voice is not the truth. It's just fear trying to keep you small. And if you listen to it, you'll stay exactly where you are. The truth is, courage isn't about being fearless. It's not about the absence of fear. We've all been taught that courage means to walk into the unknown without fear. But that's not how it works. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act in spite of it. It's moving forward even when your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty, and that voice inside your head is screaming that you're not ready. Courage is what allows you to take that first step anyway. It's the strength to keep going when the road ahead looks uncertain. It's the power to face the unknown with conviction, even when you don't have all the answers. Think about it. Every great achievement, every breakthrough in history has come from someone who felt fear but chose to act anyway. Successful people are not immune to fear. They experience it just like everyone else. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people don't let fear control them. They don't wait for the fear to disappear before taking action. They move forward despite it. They act as if they already have the courage to push through the uncertainty, to push through the discomfort. And that's what makes all the difference. You see, fear will always be a part of your journey. It's a constant companion. But what matters is how you respond to it. Fear is simply an emotion, and emotions do not control you unless you let them. The key to overcoming fear is not waiting for it to vanish, it's learning to act while it's there. It's about acknowledging the fear, feeling it, and choosing to move forward anyway. The more you act despite fear, the more you'll realize that it loses its power over you. It becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Remember, the greatest opportunities in life often lie on the other side of fear. The things that truly challenge you, the things that will stretch you and help you grow, will never come without discomfort. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone where things are safe, but nothing great ever happens in that space. If you want to accomplish something extraordinary, you must learn to act as if you already have the courage to make it happen. You must learn to step into the unknown with faith, even when you don't have all the answers. And here's the truth: the more you act in the face of fear, the stronger your courage becomes. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So don't wait for fear to go away. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel 100% ready. Take that step forward now. Act as if you already have the courage to make it happen. And I promise you, as you keep moving forward, your courage will grow and your fear will shrink. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of believing that success will come to you. We have this tendency to think that someday everything will just align perfectly. We picture a time when the stars will line up, when the conditions will be just right, and then only then will we have the opportunity to act. We wait for a sign, for the perfect moment to arrive, and we believe that success will simply fall into our laps. But here's the hard truth: success does not wait for the perfect moment, and it doesn't happen by chance. Success is built on the actions you take today. The reality is that the life you want to live tomorrow is already being shaped by what you do today. Every choice, every action, every decision you make right now is laying the groundwork for the future you desire. So what are you doing today to create that future? Are you acting with purpose? Are you showing up with courage, even when things feel uncertain or uncomfortable? Or are you sitting back, waiting for the perfect set of circumstances that may never come? You see, tomorrow is not a separate entity. Tomorrow is simply the result of today's actions. It is the natural outcome of what you do right now. Every day you spend waiting, every day you let fear hold you back, is a day lost in building the future you want. But when you act as if you already have the courage to make things happen, you start building momentum. Momentum is everything. When you move forward, even in small ways, you create a force that propels you toward your goals. You begin to see things differently. You start taking opportunities that once seemed out of reach, and you begin to build a future you didn't think was possible. Momentum is the compound effect of consistent action, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to the future you dream of. But here's the kicker: there will never be a perfect time. That moment you've been waiting for, it's not coming unless you decide to make it happen. If you're always waiting for the right conditions, for the perfect alignment, you'll never get started. The most successful people don't wait for everything to be perfect. They act with courage in the face of uncertainty. They take that first step even when they don't have all the answers, because they understand that the future is shaped by what they do today. They understand that the moment to act is always now. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing today to make tomorrow better? Are you waiting for the perfect opportunity, or are you taking the necessary steps right now to create the life you want? Every action, every decision, every small effort adds up. Your future is being built on the choices you make today. If you want to live a life of purpose, if you want to achieve your goals, you must act today, not tomorrow. The power to change your life lies in the actions you take in this very moment. Don't wait. Act with courage, take that first step, and create the future you deserve. If you don't believe in your own abilities, how can you expect the world to believe in you? It's a powerful question, one that cuts to the heart of what holds so many people back from achieving their potential. We live in a world that often looks for reasons to doubt, reasons to be afraid, and reasons to hold back. But the truth is, none of that matters unless you first believe in yourself. Faith in yourself isn't just a nice idea, it's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, all the talent, knowledge, and ambition in the world won't get you very far. The journey to courage begins with faith. It starts with a deep, unwavering belief that you have what it takes to succeed. It's about trusting your own instincts, your own vision, your own potential. When you believe in yourself, you unlock a kind of power that can't be stopped. You become unstoppable. That's where true courage begins, not in the absence of fear or doubt, but in the willingness to act, even when you don't have all the answers, even when the road ahead is unclear. Because when you trust yourself, you know that no matter what comes your way, you'll have the strength, the intelligence, and the resourcefulness to handle it. This is where so many people get stuck. They think they need to be perfect before they can act. They wait for the right time or for the perfect conditions to align. But the truth is, that moment never comes. Perfection is a myth. What you need is faith in yourself, not perfection. Faith is what gives you the courage to take that first step, even when you feel uncertain. Faith is what makes you believe that. Even if you stumble, you can get back up and keep going. Faith in yourself doesn't mean you're flawless, or that you have all the answers. It means you trust that you have what it takes to face the challenges ahead, no matter how tough they may seem. You have the strength inside you to overcome whatever challenges come your way. You have the intelligence to solve problems, the creativity to find solutions, and the resilience to bounce back from setbacks. But it all starts with faith. When you act as if you believe in yourself, when you move forward with that conviction in your heart, you you start to unlock your full potential. The more you trust yourself, the more courage you'll find. It's not a one-time decision, it's something you build over time, with each choice you make to believe in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. So take a moment and ask yourself, do I truly believe in my own abilities? Do I trust that I have the strength, the intelligence, and the determination to succeed? If the answer is no, it's time to change that. Start acting as if you believe in yourself, and soon you will. Trust that you have everything you need inside of you to make it through any storm, to reach any goal. You have the courage to make things happen, believe that, and the world will begin to believe it too. One of the biggest obstacles that stand between us and the courage we need to achieve our dreams is the fear of failure. It's a fear that keeps us stuck, that whispers in our ears telling us to play it safe, to avoid risks, to stay in our comfort zone where things feel secure. We convince ourselves that if we fail, it will be the end of the road, that somehow failure will define us and ruin our chances for success. But here's the truth: failure is not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Every great achiever in history has faced failure. It doesn't matter how successful they are today, they've all stumbled, fallen, and failed at one point or another. The difference between them and those who never reached their potential is simple: they didn't let failure define them. They didn't see failure as the end of the road. They saw it as just another step forward, another lesson to be learned, another opportunity for growth. And that's where so many people miss the mark. They fear failure so much that they never even try. They let the possibility of failing paralyze them into inaction. But the truth is, they're missing out on one of the most powerful tools for success. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Think about it: every time you fail, you learn. You learn what doesn't work, what needs to be improved, what needs to be changed. You get better with every failure. When you act as if failure is part of the journey, you stop seeing it as a setback and start seeing it as a stepping stone. You grow from it. You learn to adapt. You develop resilience. And with each failure, you become stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world have experienced far more failures than the average person. But what set them apart was their mindset. They didn't see failure as something to avoid, they saw it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to try again with more knowledge and more experience. They didn't let failure stop them, they used it as fuel to drive them forward. And that's what you have to do too. You have to embrace failure. Not as something to fear, but as something to learn from. When you take risks and embrace the possibility of failure, you open yourself up to the possibility of success. If you only ever play it safe, if you never take a chance, you'll never experience the growth that comes from failure. You'll never discover just how capable you really are. Failure will never define you unless you let it. When you act as if failure is simply another step on the journey, you will start to see it for what it truly is: a necessary part of the process. It's not the end of the road, it's the beginning of a new chapter. Every failure brings you closer to success because it teaches you something valuable, something you can use to take your next step even more confidently. So the next time you face a setback, don't be discouraged. Don't see it as a sign that you're not good enough or that you're on the wrong path. See it for what it really is: a stepping stone. Learn from it, grow from it, and use it to fuel your next move. Because the greatest success stories in history weren't written by people who never failed, they were written by those who had the courage to fail, to learn, and to keep going. And if they can do it, so can you. We often find ourselves selling ourselves short. We underestimate our potential. We look at others who have succeeded and think they're special. They're lucky. They have something I don't. We compare ourselves to those who seem to have it all together. And we convince ourselves that we're somehow different, that we're not capable of achieving the same level of success. But here's the truth: they don't have anything you don't have. They're not somehow born with some secret advantage. They simply act as if they're capable of more. The truth is, you are capable of more than you know. You have untapped potential within you, potential that, for whatever reason, you haven't yet fully realized. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't isn't that they have some unique talent or stroke of luck. It's that they choose to believe in their own capacity for greatness, and they act on that belief. They choose to act as if they are capable of more, and in doing so, they unlock a reservoir of strength, creativity, and resilience they never thought possible. And you have the same potential within you. Think about it for a moment. What would happen if you started acting like you were truly capable of everything you've ever dreamed of? What would happen if you stopped doubting yourself and started believing that you have the power to achieve your goals, no matter how big or daunting they may seem? The possibilities would be endless. You would open doors that you never thought existed. You would find new strengths, new solutions, and new opportunities that you never imagined. When you begin to act as if you are capable of more, you shift your mindset, and that shift changes everything. The truth is, your current circumstances don't define your potential. The place you're at right now is not the place you have to stay. But if you continue to believe that you're limited by your current situation or by what you've been able to do in the past, you'll never discover just how much you're capable of. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you sell yourself short, you're limiting the possibilities that are available to you. But when you start believing in your own potential, you unlock new doors, new levels of success, and new opportunities for growth. You have the creativity to solve problems, the intelligence to learn new things, and the resilience to bounce back from any setback. The only thing standing in your way is your belief in yourself. It's time to let go of the excuses, the doubts, and the limitations that you've been carrying around. Start acting as if you are truly capable of everything you've ever dreamed of. Because when you do, you'll be amazed at the strength, creativity, and resilience that will emerge. You'll discover that you have the power to achieve far more than you ever thought possible. So I ask you, what would happen if you stopped holding yourself back? What would happen if you started acting as if you were truly capable of greatness? The possibilities are limitless, and the world is waiting for you to step into the greatness that's already within you. It's time to stop underestimating yourself. It's time to believe in your potential, take action, and unlock the greatness that's been waiting inside you all along. What if you lived today as if your dream had already come true? Imagine for a moment that everything you've ever wanted, your greatest achievements, your deepest desires, were no longer a distant possibility, but a present reality. How would you show up in the world? How would you carry yourself, walk into rooms, interact with others? How would you think about yourself in your future? If your dream were already real, you wouldn't hesitate. You would walk with confidence, make bold decisions, and approach every challenge with a sense of purpose and certainty. When you act as if your dream is already real, you start to bring that energy into your life. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right set of circumstances. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and decisions with the person you know you are destined to become. You start to see yourself as the person who already has what they want, and you begin to make choices from that mindset. You're no longer waiting for things to fall into place. You're actively creating the life you envision by living as if that life is already here. This isn't about pretending or living in fantasy. It's about changing the way you show up in the world. Your belief in your success will shape your actions. If you believe you are worthy of success, worthy of achieving your dreams, then your actions will reflect that belief. You will take steps, make decisions, and take risks that align with the person you want to become. And the more you act as if your dream is already real, the more those actions will create the results you desire. You'll start to see opportunities you once missed, and the doors that were once closed will begin to open. The key to turning your dreams into reality is in how you think and how you act today. The person who is already living their dream doesn't sit back and wait for life to happen to them. They take charge. They understand that their success is not determined by chance, but by the choices they make every single day. So what are you waiting for? If you want to live your dream, start living it today. Act as if you've already arrived. Carry yourself with the confidence of someone who has already achieved what they set out to do. Make decisions from the mindset of someone who is already successful. Your thoughts are powerful, and they shape your reality. When you believe that your dream is already real, your thoughts align with that belief. You begin to think in terms of possibility, not limitation. You begin to see solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. Your mindset shifts, and with it, your actions shift, and those actions will inevitably lead to results. The more you live as if your dream is already real, the more it becomes your reality. So I ask you, what would happen if you started living today as if your dream were already true? How would you carry yourself? How would you think? The reality you want is already waiting for you. It's not a matter of if it will happen, but when. You choose to show up as the person who already has it. Start acting as if your dream is already real, and you'll begin to see the world around you shift. Your dreams are not as far away as they seem. They are already here, waiting for you to step into them. Courage is contagious. It's a simple truth, but one that holds incredible power. Have you ever noticed how the people you spend time with influence the way you think and act? It's a natural law of life. Those around you shape your mindset, your attitude, and ultimately your results. If you want to be more courageous, if you want to take bolder steps toward your dreams, then you need to surround yourself with courageous people. People who act as if they already have the courage to make their dreams a reality. Because when you surround yourself with individuals like that, their energy, their belief, and their actions rub off on you. You start to believe that you can do more, push further, and achieve greater things than you ever imagined. But here's the flip side. If you're constantly around people who doubt, who play it safe, who avoid risks and stick to the familiar, your courage will slowly be stifled. When the people around you are afraid to take chances, when they shy away from challenges and are content with mediocrity, it becomes harder for you to break free and reach for something bigger. You start to question your own potential. You begin to think that maybe they're right, that maybe the risks aren't worth taking, that maybe success is out of your reach. And that's a dangerous place to be. You see, when you surround yourself with the wrong people, their fears start to infect your own mindset. You begin to act based on their limitations, not your own potential. That's why it's so important to choose your circle wisely. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or hold you back. Think about the people you spend the most time with. Are they people who inspire you to take bold action? Are they people who push you to step out of your comfort zone and believe in your own courage? Are they encouraging you to reach for more, to challenge yourself, to grow? Or are they people who are content with things staying the same, people who are satisfied with playing it safe? The answer to these questions will tell you everything you need to know about where you are headed. If you want to reach new heights, you need to find people who will push you beyond your limits. You need people who are unafraid to take risks and chase their dreams with relentless determination. You need people who will challenge you to be better, who will remind you of your own strength when you doubt yourself, and who will encourage you to take that next step, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because when you have a circle of people who believe in your potential and encourage your bold actions, you'll start to believe in yourself more. You'll find yourself doing things you never thought possible. You'll take risks you never imagined you would take. And before you know it, your own courage will grow, and you'll begin to see the world with a new sense of possibility. So take a moment to look around at the people you're surrounded by. Are they the kind of people who inspire you to act boldly, who help you believe in your own courage? If not, it's time to make some changes. Choose your circle wisely, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who will lift you up, encourage you, and challenge you to be your very best. Because the more courageous people you have around you, the more courageous you will become. And when you start acting with courage, you'll start seeing your dreams come to life. Courage isn't a one-time act. It's not something you can just summon when you feel like it, or pull out of thin air in a moment of crisis. Courage is a habit that's built over time through consistent, small actions. Too many people think that courage is something reserved for the big, dramatic moments, the moments when the stakes are highest. But the truth is, courage is in the daily actions, the small choices you make when no one is watching. The more you act in alignment with your dreams, the more courage you build. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Imagine you've decided to get fit. You don't wake up one day and suddenly become a champion athlete. It's the consistent daily actions that build your strength, your stamina, and your endurance. The same applies to courage. Every time you take a step forward, even if it's a small one, you are building your courage. Every time you face something that scares you and take action anyway, you're strengthening that muscle. And just like with any muscle, the more you use it, the more it grows. The more you act in alignment with your dreams, the more your courage grows. Over time, the things that once terrified you will become second nature. You'll find yourself moving forward with greater confidence, greater resolve, and greater fearlessness. Think about a time when you were faced with a challenge, something that required you to summon courage. The first time is always the hardest. But when you take action, even when you're scared, something shifts inside of you. You prove to yourself that you are capable of handling more than you thought possible. Then, the next time you face a similar challenge, it feels a little easier. Your courage has grown, and you are now better prepared to handle what comes your way. That's the power of consistency. It's not about waiting for a big moment to be courageous. It's about building that courage day by day, step by step. The key is to act. No matter how small the step, no matter how insignificant it might seem at the time, take action. Every decision, every move you make in the direction of your dreams is an investment in your courage. And just like compound interest, the more you act, the more your courage multiplies. Before you know it, you'll be facing challenges you once thought impossible, and you'll handle them with a calm, confident resolve. The courage you've built over time will become unstoppable. So don't wait for the perfect moment to be courageous. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Courage isn't something that comes when the conditions are perfect. It's something you build day by day through consistent action. Every time you step forward, even when it's hard, you are shaping a future where courage becomes your second nature. Keep taking action. Keep taking action. Keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps. And over time, you'll realize that your courage isn't just something you have. It's something you've built. And it's unstoppable. Perfection is a myth. It's something we all strive for, but it doesn't exist. It's a beautiful illusion that keeps us chasing something that will never come. We've all been there waiting for the perfect moment to start, thinking that if we just have the right plan, the perfect strategy, or the ideal set of circumstances, everything will fall into place. But here's the truth: waiting for perfection will only keep you stuck right where you are. It will paralyze you, and it will prevent you from taking the action that you need to create the life you want. Courage isn't about having all the answers or waiting until everything is perfect. Courage is acting even when you don't have everything figured out. It's stepping into the unknown, knowing that you may stumble, make mistakes, and face challenges along the way. But it's still taking that step, even when the path isn't clear. You don't need perfection. You need action. It's through action, imperfect, messy, and real action, that we move forward and make progress. It's through taking that first step, even when you don't know all the details, that you create momentum. Think about it. When you look back at your life, do you remember the moments when everything was perfect? Or do you remember the moments when you took action, even when it felt uncertain? When you stepped into the unknown and when you decided to move forward anyway? It's those moments that define your success. It's those moments that allow you to learn, grow, and discover new things about yourself. When you take imperfect action, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new lessons. And through that process, you begin to build your confidence, your courage, and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Perfection is a trap. It's a way of holding yourself back. It tells you that unless everything is perfect, you're not ready. But the reality is, you'll never be completely ready. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be things you don't know. But if you wait for the perfect moment, you may find that you've waited too long, and the opportunity is gone. Progress, on the other hand, comes from taking action, imperfect action, that keeps you moving forward. So don't let the idea of perfection paralyze you. Don't wait for the stars to align or for the perfect circumstances. Act as if you don't need everything figured out, because the truth is, you don't. The world isn't waiting for your perfection, it's waiting for your action. Every small step you take, every imperfect decision you make, is a step toward the life you want to create. It's through those small, imperfect actions that you build the momentum that leads to success. Remember, perfection can never be a substitute for progress. It's not about getting everything right. It's about moving forward, learning along the way, and growing from your experiences. So take action. Take imperfect action. Move forward anyway and watch as your courage and your progress unfold before you. You have everything you need to get started. The only thing standing in your way is your belief that you need perfection. Let go of that belief and step into the life you are meant to create. If you want to create the life of your dreams, you must live with intention. It's not enough to simply hope for the best or wish for things to change. You need to wake up every single day with a clear purpose and a strong vision of what you want to achieve. It's easy to get caught up in the flow of life, to wake up in the morning and go through the motions, letting the day happen to you. But that's not how dreams are built. That's not how you create a life of fulfillment. To truly create something remarkable, you need to act with intention. You need to live your life with courage, with clarity, and with purpose. Living intentionally means making deliberate choices, knowing exactly where you're headed and why. It's about setting your sights on what you want and taking the necessary steps each day to bring that vision to life. It means being proactive, not reactive. When you live intentionally, you don't leave your success up to chance. You take full ownership of your life. You make decisions that align with your dreams, your values, and your purpose. You set a course, and you stay the course, no matter the obstacles or distractions that may come your way. On the other hand, it's all too easy to drift through life without a plan. It's tempting to get caught up in the daily grind and let life happen to you. But when you live like this, you're simply a passenger in your own life. You're not in control of your direction, and you're not fully investing in your future. The difference between those who live extraordinary lives and those who settle for mediocrity is this: the extraordinary ones act with purpose, with direction, and with unwavering courage. They make life happen for them, not the other way around. Courage is a key ingredient in living with intention. It takes courage to live with a clear purpose, especially when the path ahead isn't always easy or clear. It takes courage to stay focused on your vision when distractions try to pull you off course. It takes courage to say no to things that aren't aligned with your goals and to stand firm in your decisions even when others may question them. But it's through this courage that you build the life you want. You don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment never comes. You act now with the courage to make your dreams a reality step by step. So ask yourself today, are you living with intention? Are you waking up every day with a clear vision of what you want to accomplish? Are you making decisions that bring you closer to your dreams? If not, it's time to start. Start today. Live with courage and act as if you already have what it takes to create the life you've always wanted. When you make intentional choices, when you live with purpose, you will see your world begin to change. The life you dream of is already waiting for you. It's time to step into it with courage and create it, one intentional action at a time. So let me ask you one final question. What are you going to do today? Will you continue to wait for courage to show up, or will you act as if you already have it? Courage is not something you find, it's something you create. It's in every step you take, every decision you make, every action you choose to follow through on. The power is in your hands. Act as if you have the courage to make it happen, and you will.